Like this, do Kapalabhati pranayam with medium speed. If stomach is aching, then do it slowly. Breath is exhaled out, and this continuous process relaxes the mind. You are lost in the vastness, in the endless, in the cosmos. You become blissful. Ego is dissolved, mental sorrows disappear, mental worries disappear. You become desireless. Greed vanishes, jealousy and malice disappears. Exhale your breath out. Keep exhaling your breath out. And when you get tired, then stop.
निर्विचार वैशारद्ये ध्यातम प्रसाद अभ्यास वैराग्याभ्याम तन्निरोध तथा दृष्टु स्वरूप अवस्थानम.
Yogaschitti vritti nirodha. Yoga checks rising of bad impulses. Mind becomes relaxed, becomes simple, easy. Bad impulses rising in consciousness are eliminated. Exhaling the breath out. A very simple process. And through this, one gets a new life. Otherwise, when one suffers from hepatitis B or suffers from hepatitis C, when someone suffers from the problem of liver cirrhosis, then he starts believing that now the end is near. Now the only solution is death. But no. Man should never lose heart. He should never think negatively. Impossible becomes possible. Dreams turn into reality. Whole life gets transformed. And what you have never imagined in life, you reach there. And that of which you keep thinking all the time, you never find it in life. Through yoga, this liver problem, this jaundice problem, this problem of hepatitis B, it is beneficial in these. And this benefit is given by Kapalabhati. Breathe out and hold it out only. The next pranayam will be Bahya Pranayam. This Kapalabhati you must do for 15 to 20 minutes. Then in Bahya Pranayam, you will breathe in, exhale it out, hold it out along with Tribandh Bahya Pranayam. Bastrika about 2 minutes, Kapalabhati about 15 minutes. This Bahya Pranayam 3 to 5 times. If possible, then also do Agnisar. After holding breath out, keep it out, pull the stomach and loosen it. Kapalabhati and Agnisar Kriya. These two are very important for hepatitis B and all other problems related with liver. Therefore, both processes are to be done mainly. And after this we do Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Raise your right hand, close the right nostril, breathe in deeply from the left nostril. And closing the left from the right nostril slowly, exhale it out. Breathe in from right, exhale it from left. Take breath in completely into lungs. And exhale it completely. Starting from left, and after inhaling fully from left, close the left nostril with 2 middle fingers and exhale it from right. Now from left, exhale it. Like this, continuously inhale from left, exhale from right, again inhale from right and exhale from left. Carry on with this practice. Starting with left, and on left alone you end it. Start with left, and on left itself end Anulom Vilom. Like this you'll do Anulom Vilom Pranayam. This too cures Yakrit, liver, hepatitis B, and from the problem of liver cirrhosis to the entire internal system and endocrine system, it cures it. It increases immune power, makes the resistance power strong, and when the disease resistant capacity increases, then the body itself automatically cures the diseases, treats them. Therefore, where Kapalabhati is responsible for curing liver and spleen, intestine and the digestive process, Anulom Vilom Pranayam is also important in increasing our resistance power to make our immune system strong and to improve our endocrine system. That's why the hepatitis B patients must do this Anulom Vilom Pranayam from 10 to 15 minutes every day. Anulom Vilom, breathe in deeply from left, exhale from right, and inhale from right, exhale from left. With full devotion, with sacred commitment, body, mind, soul, everything is becoming splendorous. The universe is filled with divine light. Do it with this feeling. Then after Anulom Vilom, you have to do Brahmari at least 3 times and 3 times Udgit. And then meditate Om on breathing. Index finger on the forehead for Brahmari Pranayam. Rest 3 fingers on eyes. Slight pressure with the middle finger, ears closed fully with thumbs. After having filled the breath fully, first the sound of Om in Brahmari will be pronounced through the nostrils, then in the form of sound in Udgit. Then meditate Om on breathing. Inhale deeply in with complete devotion. First Brahmari Pranayam. After having pronounced Omkar like a black bee, Udgit Pranayam. After deep inhalation, pronounce the sacred word Om. Then for a little while, be silent, meditate Om on breathing, being a witness. Raise both hands, rub them together, and place them on your eyes. The warmth of the palms, the energy you'll transfer on the eyes, and open your eyes. Do this pranayam every day. That is, Kapalabhati from 10 to 15 minutes, Anulom Vilom Pranayam 10 to 15 minutes. Everyone must do these. And other pranayams, 2 to 3 minutes, Bhastrika, Bahya Pranayam, Brahmari, Udgit. Do these pranayams every day. And Kapalabhati, in case the problem is very chronic, then you may increase from 15 minutes. It can be done up to 20-25 minutes also. And then a few light exercises in order to make the body flexible, and a few asanas. In the series of asanas, the 7 main asanas that we ask you to do in the entire package, in that, if there is a hepatitis B patient, he may add 1 or 2 asanas. So these are the light exercises. The 7 practices that we ask you to do. 1 for the legs, then the second practice is also for the legs, especially for hip joints, for the knees, soles of both the feet are joined, and then shake. Practice of butterfly. And important 5 practices for cervical spondylitis pain for the neck to make the upper part of spine healthy. Bend both hands from front. Join the elbows and make a big circle. Fingers and thumbs on the shoulders. Make a big circle. Rotate in a circle. Then anti-clockwise also. Then raise both hands up, right with left, left with right. Hold the wrists of the hands. Next, practice interlock fingers of both hands, place it behind the head. Hands towards head and head towards hand, give anti-pressure against each other. There will be a slight tremor in the neck. Raise the right hand up. Then place the hands on the knees and rotate the shoulders. And after doing these light exercises, do some main exercises among the 7 asanas for stomach. First of all, Mandukasana. Mandukasana. Those suffering from hepatitis B or suffering from any stomach disease, its timing can be increased. Mandukasana alone can relieve almost all the problems of stomach disorders. Thumbs inside, fingers on top, place both the fists on either side of navel. After exhaling completely, contract your stomach. Spine straight, neck straight, chest touching the knees. Then come back. This was the first practice of Mandukasana. Both practices of Mandukasanas are for stomach, for diabetes, for constipation, and especially today the practice that we are doing, it is particularly useful for hepatitis. Left hand's palm on the navel, right hand above that, both the knees joined together. Exhale, breath out. Contract your stomach. Slowly bend forward. Spine remains straight. Exhale and bend forward. Then come back. This Mandukasana can be done from 3 to 5 times for the problems of liver, for hepatitis. Now next practice, both hands on the knees, inhaling the breath, raise your hands, looking upwards, and exhaling your breath out, bend forwards. Palms, elbow, forehead on the floor. Then breathing in, you come up. Bring the hands down from the sides. This is Shashakasana. This too is for stomach and specially useful to reduce anger, etc. Now, some important practices. The yoga process lying down on the stomach. Both hands on either side of chest, both feet joined together. This practice will be useful for spine as well as for the general well-being in stomach diseases. Breathing in, raise your chest up. Looking upwards, elbows slightly bent, both feet